If you know, you know. And when you feel the call, you have to answer it. To those of us who have the craving for adventure, the wilderness is always there, lurking in the background of our daily lives, like the shadow of a question that needs to be answered. And when the time comes to find the answer, we go. We search. We seek out the answer to the thing that makes us wild. On this day, we woke up with the craving to explore, so we packed up the truck for a trip into the Los Padres National Park. A short hour later, we had arrived, and we were on the trail. There is a very ancient feeling about this area, almost as though it's slightly sacred in some way. In ages gone by, this area was inhabited by the Chumash Native American tribe, who were heavily encouraged to join the Catholic mission located nearby. However, since most of the Chumash disliked the daily life in the mission, they would flee to the nearby mountains. This resulted in a few brutal skirmishes between the Spanish and Native Americans, in which the Spaniards would brutally sweep in on horseback, guns blazing, with the purpose of rounding up the Indians to take them back to the San Antonio mission. Ultimately, the Spanish ended up taking control over the Chumash, but relics of this time are stamped on the landscape like a scar across history. In fact, if you keep your eyes open, you may even find an arrowhead or two. Just be careful about what you disturb. It isn't far-fetched to feel like wandering spirits are still watching over their ancient homelands and caretaking the lands that they called their home. In more recent history, the Los Padres National Park has become a haven for campers, nature photographers, backpackers, rock climbers, and all outdoor enthusiasts. The breathtaking mountains and jagged rock formations practically beg to be explored. It is not of the ordinary to see a variety of wild animals roaming through the landscape as well, also enjoying the park. So be sure to share the wilderness with everyone, especially the animals that live there. We hiked through the desolate landscape of smooth, rolling sandstone and marveled at what time and erosion have sculpted these rock formations into. Oi! What's up? What's up, Whitey?
Well?
Hey, you're glowing. They can see you from space.
We're watching this from space anyways.
Actually, I think you're so white I can see through you.
Oh, get out of here.
Whatever. I think I got my sunglasses on.
this mean we have to put a rating on this?
Yeah, I think so. Too short.
Oh, it's ranger panties.
Yeah.
It's ranger panties. That's what it is.
Vultures circled above us and swallows dove past us as we took a break from our hike to enjoy the view from the edge of a cliff. Overlooking the valley beneath us for just a moment, we felt like we were on the top of the world. And then our eyes traveled to the towering mountains that were looming even higher than our vantage point. It was without a doubt stunning. For those of you who may wish to take advantage of the rural camping area, be sure to print out a fire permit from the park website and read the rules thoroughly. And speaking of fires, it is always important to call the ranger station before heading into the park because wildfires often ravage this section of wilderness, making camping unsafe. Interested parties should also understand that water is limited and the landscape is rugged. Traveling off the trails can result in becoming hopelessly lost, with a cute little side of ravaging poison oak and a sprinkling of tick bites. I guess what I'm saying is this: enjoy with caution. It isn't out of the ordinary to see rock climbers in a few designated areas, but today the climbers had stayed home, leaving the rocks empty of thrill seekers. Except us, of course. In the spring, this area is transformed into a wonderland of wildflowers. Lupin, Indian paintbrush, and California poppies paint the hillsides with rich hues of deep blue, soft pink, and brilliant orange. Today, we were lucky enough to see a few late-blooming stragglers hidden in a meadow, even though the flowers had mainly died off by now. With sweating, sunburned faces, we made our way back to the truck, happy after our exploration of the Indian rocks. The sun was still high in the sky, but we knew that our adventure would have to come to a close for today. But we would be back another day to hike and explore, always feeding our desire to lose ourselves in order to find out what makes us wild. Always searching, never lost.